All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
That was a fumble, and that's real life, right? Like we didn't know, and because we didn't know, we trusted someone else who told us that they knew, and they didn't, and we had to learn from that. But if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have built out the amazing team that we have right now. So that's
Absolutely.
Always right. We've got some phenomenal people that work behind the scenes for the podcast,
Absolutely.
and I'm grateful. So grateful for them.
So as we've talked about this, it makes me think of my old business partner, Neva Libert, who she had 3 things. Never let them see you sweat, which we don't. Never trust a man that wears tassels on their shoes. That one makes me giggle.
I remember you telling me that one.
And why can I not remember?
You cannot unsee it, you guys. I'm just going to say that's something you cannot unsee. Gentlemen, if you wear tassels on your shoes,
we apologize.
Go to your local shoe store, department store, favorite place to shop, and just let them know that you'd like a new pair
with no tassels. Or just get a pair of scissors and clip off those little tassels. And I know there was one other, and I can't remember what it was, but those ones have stuck with me. Don't ever let him see you sweat. Don't trust a man with tassels on his shoes. Exactly. I have 2 men that I think about that I've known over the years that had tassels on their shoes, and both of them, I think one of them ended up in jail, and the other one, he should be in jail.
Which is so interesting because I am thinking, I think I know of one gentleman that still does, and I think he listens to this podcast, so it's going to be fun next time we bump into each other. So it'll be great.
Okay, well, make better choices. I'm just telling you what Neva told me. I mean, this was an elegant woman who had her real estate license for over 40 plus years, a pillar in society, most honest woman. And so, you kind of just believe what she tells you.
That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. How did we get there? Okay. Back to Reignite Live. This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. When we are talking, we just go down these rabbit holes and
it's as if a guest was here. That is one of the things that we always tell our guests too. We do some prep before we actually go live and record for you all, but we always tell our guests, if you go down a rabbit hole, that's fine. We will follow you down the rabbit hole. We'll pull you back out the rabbit hole and get you back on track. So you just witnessed us going down a rabbit hole. I don't know how we got there, but your favorite part was also just the shares, the connection.
The shares. Yes. And I just lost my train of thought. I was going to say something really pivotal. Went in and here's what I was going to say. And I thought this was kind of interesting. This isn't about Reignite Live, but talking a little bit about the podcast, the shift that we've had, because when we started, it was mostly female listeners.
Yes.
And now we're at almost 50-50. And I love that.
Agreed. I agree.
I don't know how that shift happened. Well, yes. I think we're pretty amazing. So I think everybody would love us.
Yes.
But I don't know when that shift happened, but I just love the fact that there are men listening to a podcast about resilience because we share some incredible stories and everybody goes through stuff.
Absolutely.
Men and women. So
absolutely. And I think it's probably reflective of our guests as well. We pretty much have like an even split between I've not gone through to count how many episodes are male or female, what have you. But I feel like we've had a great variety in terms of guests that come on. And so there are some episodes that are going to resonate with people more than others. And I think that's the draw, is that adversity comes in every variety that you can imagine. So we're here to talk about it and touch on it and help listeners. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I know.
It's so funny. The thing that made me giggle about Reignite Live, and I think we talked about this on one of the other podcasts, was when I showed up and you showed up and we were dressed the exact same. Now, not the same color, but we had the exact same skirt.
Yes.
And black boots and black tops. And I just thought it was absolutely, and I think people thought that we coordinated our outfits that day, and we did not. And the skirts were from the same shop.
Yep.
And
when we're talking like same skirt, like same cut, same length, same design, different color. That's it. And when I arrived at the venue, because it was a divide and conquer type of setup, right? So Pam was downstairs. There's a downstairs area. She was getting everything set up downstairs. I was working to get everything set up upstairs. And I had on tennis shoes and socks because I knew I'd be running around. And so I'm still just working. Like I don't even think about it and getting everything set up. And I just turn around and I see her skirt and I'm like, okay, all right. There we go. That's what we're doing.
We're twinsing today.
And for a moment, I did have that thought. Like as I was getting dressed that morning, I was like, Pam might wear some, because Pam had the skirt first. I want to make sure that that's clear. And so then I purchased a different color in the skirt. I was like, I like it. I never speak in skirts or dresses like that for the most part. I'm typically in pants or a full dress. And so my go-to are pants because you can hook the microphone pack to it. So secret speaker tip that happens for me. And so I have every color and variety of pants that you can ever imagine. And that's typically what I wear. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear a skirt. Why not? And why not a turtleneck? There are pictures. I think there are pictures on our social media. I don't know if they're on the Reignite Resilience. They're on the Reignite Resilience page as well. Head on over to Instagram or Facebook and check those out. But yeah, we're matching. We're matching.
And after
we're on the same wavelength.
And I now have 4 of those skirts in different colors because I had to get the black one, of course.
Yes,
and it's my signature color, and I had to get it's like a burgundy. So I've got burgundy, green, brown, and black.
Oh, that's wild.
So
I still only have blue, and
I like the blue one, but I was told by Rachel Jane that blue is not my color. Navy blue is like dark navy blue. Yes. Black apparently is not my color, but I'm ignoring that.
Yeah.
That would require, I would have no clothes left.
You're like, nothing, I have nothing.
No, I would have nothing left. And black is timeless. It will never go out of style.
It is.
So.
Oh my gosh. Well, so that's how we kicked off the day. It was showing up and realizing that we matched. And Pam started us off in the morning sharing a lot of her personal stories. So that's, I think, and stories from the book as well. So if you haven't picked up the book, head on over and check that out.
Yeah, and it is on Audible now. If you want to listen to it, it's an easy listen. And for those of you who haven't heard the story, it was a girl I went to high school with did the audiobook for me. And I have not talked to her in over 30 plus years. So such a fun reconnection. And to hear her voice read the book it just feels good. So
exactly.
Yeah.
We were able to announce that at Reignite Live, and that was probably amazing because the same person that did the voiceover for the audiobook was also our MC during the event, and she was phenomenal. Yeah. And so we were able to announce to those listeners that were there live that the audiobook is available. And then we had like immediate downloads right there from the audience.
I just ordered it. I'm like, yes. Yeah.
So that was pretty special. And again, it's taking the time to recognize that we have all of these fabulous magical moments that were created. Again, for, an event that we had no idea what it was going to look like. We didn't have a template. No one gave us a playbook. No one ever says, if you want to launch podcasts, here's what you do. They kind of do, but they don't really. And if you want to host and bring it live, here's what you do. And so I feel like, for us not ever doing it and not having a playbook on how to execute it, it came together really, really well. But again, it speaks volumes to the team that we had. The venue coordinator was phenomenal. Yes. Kristen, who was our MC, was phenomenal in keeping us on time. That's the biggest piece. Yeah. All of our sponsors were phenomenal. Yep. Very supportive. And then, of course, all of our attendees. I thought about that. There were I know some folks that were there that I had invited, and they walked in and they were like, I don't know what I'm doing here today. What am I supposed to do? It's like a real estate thing, and they aren't in real estate.
Yeah. And it was like, no, it's not. And it wasn't a real estate thing. It was just a life thing.
Yes.
And I think that you and I would both agree, and I think maybe everyone would agree listening, is that ever since the pandemic, the thing that I think people are missing and craving is human connection. And we do so, I'm to blame. I was that person before the pandemic. I went to the office every single day, never worked from home. And then I was forced to work from home, and now all I do is work from home. And so it's very easy to just isolate yourself, and you don't realize how much energy you get from being around other people. And so sometimes I know there's days where I'm like, okay, I need to just go somewhere. I don't even care why I'm going there. And I need to have interaction with people. And I know it drives my kids crazy because I speak to everyone now and have a conversation. And that's so, that's not me.
No.
I'm the biggest introvert.
Yeah. So not that bad.
So I have become that person. Yes. That person that wants to talk to people, and I have conversations. And what I'm loving is how people get excited about it. I don't think I've had one person yet that's been like, don't talk to me. It's always been some excitement out of it. And it's brought me a lot of joy. So
just because you're curious. Yeah. You're like, I'm curious. Let's chat. And I've been working from my office by myself in front of a screen.
Yeah. And I need people. Yes. Yeah. So I think it's just, the more we can connect, the more energy we create, the happier a world we're going to be in.
Agreed. I don't really miss that. And I've not become that person. When I am home, I am definitely in my office. I'm typically in this space, and this is where I record. This is where I create. This is where I do meetings. I do it in the exact same space. But I am that introvert where I don't really have the need to go out. I mean, that sounds so bad, but I'm also, when I'm connecting with people, it's usually a lot of people, right? Like I go from being at home and in my home office working, and then I am out with 150 people that I'm, talking to or presenting. And that in itself is a lot of interaction and engagement. And so then I'm like, my bucket's full. I'm good.
I'm good for the year. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. And it's funny because, my partner is sometimes he'll get into that spot and he'll like start chatting with people. And I'm like,
can you stop talking?
You're being so social. I'm just going to be over here, like literally just staring at you. And then I'll signal you when it's time to go.
Hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yes. So we had the conversation. Rachel Jane was amazing in terms of her share. And then Pam told you that we all had, that she and I had the fireside chat, which I thought was very nice. And again, one of those last minute pivot things. Kristen, as we were setting up in the morning, she goes, hey, for your fireside chat, I feel like you should have a fireplace in the background. I said, that's smart. And so we converted the screen into a crackling fireplace with our coffee mugs. And it was more, the ambiance was set with the fireplace for us to do a fireside chat. And we had some really engaging questions that came from the audience, like just audience members that didn't know that, like the story, how Pam and I have connected and how we got to know each other and how we started to work with each other and become business partners. And I think that really set the tone. Again, helped in setting the tone for the space for like the vulnerability and the need for accountability. Because if you don't know Pam and my story in terms of our connection, it all came out of us holding each other accountable in a season of life that we needed accountability. And we were truly that, not just like a reason to get together. It was scheduled, it was structured, and we were holding each other's feet to the fire. And so I think when people saw the result of having that level of accountability in your life, it was like a little aha moment for themselves. They're like, oh, shoot, I probably should have somebody holding me accountable for things.
How many times do we have a friend be our accountability partner? Now we're friends, but still, it's got to be a friend that's willing to like call you out on your BS when you're not doing something and not take the excuses that you make, because that's not an accountability partner. Somebody that's just going to be like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good. No. And I think that's the mistake most people make. And we didn't.
Because it turns into, oh, you didn't do it? It's okay. Do you want more wine? Okay.
Do you want more?
That's not an accountability partner.
That's not an accountability. Let's open another bottle. It's fine.
There's space for that.
That's totally different. That's a drinking accountability partner.
Yes, exactly.
Totally different.
Completely different. Completely different. And so that I thought that I really loved that piece, and Pam and I wanted to just put ourselves out there, like, right, what questions do you have? And I think there were some questions that turned into like mini micro coaching sessions, and so we were able to kind of like talk people through some things, and just from bigger picture without giving everything away. And I had a segment towards the tail end of the day, bringing it all together, right? Pam and Rachel Jane were able to do a lot of the embodiment work, the internal, the introspective stuff. And then I wrapped it up with the action pieces, because that's how we all operate, is that you probably pick up on this on the podcast. It's fine if you come here and you feel warm and fuzzy, and that's great. But if you're not going to take action, then why are we spending time together,
why bother? Yeah,
exactly. Yep. So we wrapped it up with, started kind of putting us on that on-ramp of, okay, what does action look like? And everyone went through a happiness index assessment exercise, which I thought was eye-opening. I have mine now, and it's sitting right behind my computer in my business planning folder. I'm going to do this assessment every quarter, but basically it's a look at every key area of your life and ranking yourself in terms of how happy you are. And so when we say like, oh no, I'm great, everything's wonderful, I'm loving my life, and then you score yourself and you rank like a 60 or a 70 in overall happiness, you're like, wait, I'm not as happy.
Hold on a second. Yeah. I just got one of my coaching clients gave me a new planner, and it's only a 3-month planner. And it's really interesting because it does that happiness survey at the end of every week.
Yes.
And what I'm noticing is like there's weeks where I'm like in the 90s, and then there's weeks I'm in like I got a D. Like I'm like, what happened? So I love the quarterly, but I think for people that are producers, like high producing people, the awareness of it every single week is so powerful, because I'm like, oh crap, like where are the areas that I really was struggling, and what tweaks can I make so that going into this next week, I don't have the same pattern.
Exactly.
After a quarter or a month, it's like, that's a lot of
100%. Like, yeah, if you go a full 12 weeks and you don't realize that you are not happy or content with, let's just say, health and wellness, 12 weeks in is a long time for you to not be happy before you look up and you're like, oh, shoot, I should probably do something about this.
Yeah, because then it's a pattern. Now whatever you're doing, whatever habit you're doing that's keeping you in that space is now a complete habit that you're going to have to try to rewrite. So if you can catch it quicker and rewrite it and rewrite it. I sounded like
rewrite
Elmer Fudd. What happened? Hunting rabbits. It's the end of the day, people. Come on. And it's only Tuesday, and it feels like it's a Friday.
Let's take a quick break.
We want to take a few moments to thank our amazing sponsors that make the Reignite Resilience podcast and Reignite Live event possible. First and foremost, we want to thank our amazing friends at Casa Sagrada, located in Loveland, Colorado, a meeting and event space that is sure to deliver everything that you need. We also want to shout out to Nikki Burnett with Taste Life Nutrition. Nikki says when you own your health and align with your own body's truth, you unlock the freedom to live fully, with purpose, clarity, and power. And last but not least, we want to thank our amazing friends at Ciudad Maderas, the developers out of Mexico that are developing the Yucatan to give you an opportunity to have home ownership in paradise. We hope you're enjoying this episode. We'll see you soon. It is only Tuesday.
When you work on weekend, it's like, what the heck day is it? I don't even know.
I'm in one of those weeks where I'm like, I think Pam and I had a meeting with one of our clients yesterday, and I got on, and of course it was a Monday meeting, and I ended up getting double booked, and then I knew that I was double booked, going into the weekend last week. I knew I was double booked, and then Monday morning I had like all of these challenges that just popped up, and it was like stuff on my plate, and I'm like, this isn't even my shit. Like, how am I busy? Like, why? This is not my.
Don't put your stuff on my stuff. Like, this is ridiculous.
Get it out of there. Yeah. So where I thought it was like going to be a pretty controllable Monday, I had my day already set. I had like 4 curveballs of issues that were not mine that I needed to address in that moment.
Yep.
All to kickstart the week. So today, in my mind, it feels like Thursday. So
okay. You're a day behind me. I'm already at Friday. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, Reignite Live, grand finale. We were able to wrap it all up with some mastermind time.
Oh, that was so fun. We came up with some not just wimpy questions. Like, these were really, and it was funny. I read the first question. They're like, gosh, like, this is like a question you have to think about. And I'm like, you have to challenge yourself.
What was so interesting, and as we're chatting, I'm going to try to pull it up, because what I found interesting is when we, when we're putting the slide deck and things together, like, we have our own, well, at least I did. I was like, oh, okay, well, I have my own answers or responses, or where I would go if I needed to help people in having that discussion. And so there was a question that popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to get to the question, you all. I apologize. Because I think it's a really powerful question for us to leave our folks with.
Oh, I like it.
Where in your life or work are you currently running on momentum instead of intention? That's what it was. It was momentum versus intention. I was like, oh, because we talk about it so much. It's like, oh, I'm all about intentionality. Like, I'm intentional and this and this and this. And then we had one of our fabulous guests share, like, not looking at momentum as a negative, right? Like, it's not bad that you're just strictly running off of momentum. And I was like, it was one of those aha moments. I was like,
yeah,
shoot, he's absolutely right. Like,
yeah,
momentum is not the negative. These are not two that have to be on opposite sides of the spectrum. When we're talking about momentum or intention, it's not or. There are seasons in our lives where we need the momentum, and there are things that we don't want to lose the momentum. Otherwise, we're just start, stop.
Yeah.
And that's exhausting.
Yeah. So what is the marrying of those two terms in your world? And it's interesting because, oh gosh, a little over a year ago, I started this workout called Legree. Legree is like a very slow Pilates, and they constantly are telling us, do not use momentum in this. It's because the goal is that you are moving at almost a 12 count. So there's times where you're doing a squat and you're doing a 12 count down and a 12 count up. So you're going to muscle failure where your muscles are shaking. And so it is very, very intentional, but it would be easy to be like, oh, let's use some momentum, because then it's faster. Like, if I just pull my arm instead of having to do it really slow and feel every muscle like contracting and the pain. Yes. So it's very much that way with life. Sometimes we need momentum to get the heck out of bed in the morning.
Exactly.
And to take that first step, doing something that we're not necessarily comfortable doing because it's scary, making that first phone call to somebody that we've not talked to in a while, having that difficult conversation with somebody. Sometimes that takes momentum, but there's got to always be intention behind the momentum, 100%. I believe.
100%. So, yeah, because if you get out of bed in the morning with the intent to have a good day, make the phone call, that doesn't mean you're going to execute. You can have great intent all day long and not actually follow through on it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's where we started our mastermind discussion. And so that was the first question. And everybody was like, oh, shoot. What?
It's the end of the day and you're making us think about stuff. Yeah. But that was what we wanted. We wanted
that. We wanted to trigger that, like evoke that space for people to think. But then as we like wrap up the first question and move on, and they're like, wait, we want more time. We want to talk more about it.
I know. So in hindsight, I think what we do next time is we have time in the morning where we do some intentional questions, time in the afternoon because and you've done this, I've gone to conferences where it's just listening to other people all day long and you just feel like you're drinking from a fire hose and you leave and you feel like, oh, I learned a bunch of stuff and then you do nothing with it. And I think our goal with this was to make it something different so that they walked away having some tools for not only being embodied so that they're not running on that adrenaline and stress and burnout, and then some action items to actually do things with, and then being in a space that was safe where they could collaborate, be authentic, share their own stories, and do some deep reflecting. And I think it's the reflecting things, those questions, those are where that magic happens between people. And they could have used longer in those or more often. And maybe what we do is we sprinkle a question between each session. Like, get in your table, here's a question, and get them their juices thinking. And maybe it's related to what the next topic is. See, this is how we work, people. We start talking, ideas start flowing. Thank goodness this is recorded because I never remember what the heck I say.
That's why it's recorded. Yes, it's documented. It's here. It's here to stay.
Yes.
I love that piece of giving people the time to reflect. And I think that was huge, Pam. Like when you talk about it, we don't truly think like, when do we give ourselves the time and the space to actually reflect like that and feel safe doing it with other people? And plus, I'm going to say the added bonus to all of that is when you are setting those goals and the things that you want to accomplish. And we did small goals. We left everyone with one thing that they're willing to commit to for the next 90 days. And I've had a couple of attendees that have already reached out to me, like wanting more clarity, already overcomplicating it. And I'm not calling anybody out, right? But it's one thing that you're going to commit to for the next 90 days. And what we want to do is like commit to everything all at once. And that's not going to work. It won't bring us the results that we want. But we gave everyone the time to do the introspective reflection work, commit to one thing for the next 90 days. And then you have the collective, everyone in that room that's there to support you and focus on that with you. And so it just magnifies and makes it just that much more grandiose when you, at the end of the day, when you talk about it, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, as we're talking, I feel like we need to do some sort of a virtual get together with all of the attendees and anybody else who wants to come, almost as like a check-in. And maybe we do it at the beginning of March, or it's too late to do it next week because I'm like, we could do it, 30 days after, but no. So no. So maybe it's going to be 2 months after.
You said March, and I was like, huh?
Wait, what? Well, I know April is a situation.
Exactly. So. I'm like, what? When she said March, she meant May, y'all. She's just kidding.
Do I mean May? Okay. May.
Well, I think 90 days is March. I set a calendar reminder for some of our attendees and their commitment that they made, and I will be reaching out to them. But what I love is that some of the attendees are reaching out to me. Hey, just wanted to let you know that I did X, Y, and Z this week. Hey, I've set this up. I wanted to let you know. And they're actually pulling the trigger instead of getting stuck in like the analysis paralysis and not getting things done. So I'm so pleased with the event. I thought that it was absolutely fabulous. We apologize to those attendees that didn't get your book. Find it on Amazon. It's there. Amazon. Or download Audible.
Yep.
And get an Audible credit and download it on Audible. But other than that, it was an amazing event. Just a room filled with phenomenal humans that are very supportive, that I'm tremendously grateful for. Oh, yeah. And at the end of it, just even Rachel Jane giving the just feedback, she's like, I'm impressed with y'all's day. Like, this has been amazing.
And we were the first people that she allowed to do this. So I'm sure she went into it with a little bit of, is this going to be a situation? Is this going to be a mess?
Yeah.
Everything went so smoothly. And she was really impressed with it. So much so that she's offered the space up again for next year. And so we are 100% going to take her up on that. So for those of you who did not get to come, make sure you block off the whole month of January. for the event so that there is no chance that you're not going to make it.
There's no double booking, no overlapping. We're going to get it all done. Actually, we'll probably secure that sooner rather than later and start promoting it. But it's the highest compliment, and I think a testament to truly who Rachel Jane is, because the reality is we're in competing spaces. And so for her to invite us in and collaborate with us, that speaks volumes in terms of how someone can really look at abundance and really not looking at things from a place of lack or scarcity.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It was great. It was great. I have nothing but amazing things to say. It was amazing. It was 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you didn't make it, you should come and make it next time.
Yeah, because you do not want to be that person that misses it the second time.
Exactly.
So
then we'll be like, we told you.
We told you. And, once we start our TV show, because somebody's going to connect us.
We might be on television by then, so you got to do it.
We're going to be on television by then. We're going to be somebody more than we are now. We already are somebody.
We are people, and we're going to be like television people. And podcast.
We're just going to be like, all that.
All the things. And you're going to have to call our people, and then we won't be able to do it. Like, it's a thing, you guys. This is how manifestation works.
Exactly. If you don't put it out there, it will never happen. I guarantee it will never happen.
Exactly. Well, I am so glad that we were able to do a recap on Reignite Live. All things work out just as they're supposed to.
Absolutely.
So it worked out perfectly. And thank you all for staying locked in as we went down rabbit holes, because we definitely went left, right, and did a couple of U-turns and didn't get off the roundabout a few times. But here we are.
We might have done a backflip in there too at some point.
Yeah, of course.
Probably.
All right, you all. Thank you. If you want more from the world of Reignite Resilience, head on over to our Instagram or Facebook. You can always subscribe to our Think Letter as well. We have a couple of video inserts that are now making their way into the Think Letter. But connect with us on LinkedIn. No, connect with us on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, you can connect with us on LinkedIn as well. Yep. The Reignite Resilience page is there. You can connect with us on LinkedIn so you can learn more about what's happening in our space. And until next time, we will see you all soon. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.
Reignite Resilience family, we are so excited to share with you that the book, The Quiet Gift, A Journey of Self-Worth and Resilience, is now available on audiobook at Amazon. Make sure that you check the link in the show notes so that you can click on that and download a copy of the audiobook. This is an amazing story written by Pam as a part of the Red Journal series and narrated by Kristen Aiken-Salata. So we hope you enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you soon.